Hello and welcome to Miranda Trashes books she's never read. I'm so excited to film this. Ooh. Hello, I am Miranda and this is the Anti-tbr tag, which is a really fun thing that I've seen going around a lot on BookTube recently, where people talk about books that they have no intention of reading. This tag was originally created by Nicole and her books. I'll leave the original video down below. Nobody tagged me because no one tags me. I have 21 subscribers but I'm doing it anyway because who tags people in tags? That's not the point of them. That's not the point. This video is quite difficult for me because I'm basically kind of interested in like every book a little bit, so we're just gonna see what we can come up with. First question is, what is a popular book that everyone loves but you have no interest in reading? My answer for this is one that is again popular on BookTube a lot, but I haven't actually heard anyone in real life talking about it. I think it's more of a US thing than a UK thing, but still, it's The Nightingale by Kristin. I don't care. As far as I know, it's a historical novel set in World War II. I don't really want to read about World War II. It's just not, it's not an era that I'm gonna like swear off necessarily, but it's just not one that I'm like, ooh, World War II, I desperately need to know more about that, you know? I want to know more about things that I don't know about. I see this one everywhere and everyone's like, oh, have you like historical fiction? Have you read this? And I'm like, no, because I'm a contrarian and I don't want to read something if everyone else has read it, except I kind of do. Am I a snob? Am I not a snob? I really don't know. If this video is really chaotic, I'm sorry. It's because I finished Bridgerton this morning and I just stopped talking to one of my best friends who I haven't talked to in ages, and I'm just in a good mood, okay? This is where we're at. Basically, The Nightingale, if you like historical fiction and you're on Bookstagram or BookTube, everyone's like, oh, have you read this? I mean, they're not, but like that's what it feels like. And I'm like, no, I haven't, and I don't plan to. Question number 2 is a classic book or author that you have no interest in reading. That is the question, right? Yes. So, tragically, most classics that I have no interest in reading, I have already read, and I know that I have no interest in reading them because I have already read them. Catcher in the Rye. I don't care. I've read it. I don't want to have read it. I don't want to read it again, but I have. Fahrenheit 451. I read it. It was fine. I wrote an essay on it. I read it twice in 1 month. I don't want to read it again. It's done. No one needs that in their life. What else? Of Mice and Men. No, I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't care. Ones that I haven't read that I don't plan on reading include Lord of the fucking Flies. Lord of the Flies by William Golding. I don't care. It's gonna be, the tagline of this video is just anti-tbr tag. I don't care. Yeah, it's just a bunch of boys on an island beating each other up. Like, firstly, I know what happens because I studied it in drama. We studied the play, so like, I know what happens. I know all the tea. I know all the twists and turns and all the interesting stuff. Someone gets pushed off a cliff. Like, I don't give a shit. Most of these classics that I have no interest in reading are modern classics written by men, because I'm like, you guys have had your time. Like, everyone has been saying to read you for like the last 100 years. I'm not going to do it anymore. The other one is Ulysses. Like, if there is one book in my life that I'm like positive I will never read, it is Ulysses. Cut to me in 5 years once I've read Ulysses. It's so long. Stream of consciousness scares me. I don't like classic 20th century male literature. I just don't. I don't care. Along that line, The Grapes of Wrath by John Steinbeck. It's really long. It's just about some men in the US. I don't care. I don't care, John. I don't care. third question comes in two parts. Firstly is just an author that you have no interest in reading. I have two very popular authors for this question, mostly because I feel like their books have been talked about so much that I feel like I've read them and I just don't need to. Firstly is Taylor Jenkins Reid, who wrote Daisy Jones and the Six and The Seven Husbands of Evelyn and Hugo. Yeah, lots of people say they're great. I don't really care enough. I've heard so many people talk about them that it doesn't feel like I am contributing anything by having read them. I don't know if that makes any sense. But I also feel like that about Stephen King. I'm sure some of his books are great, like the one that appeals to me most is The Shining, or maybe Misery, because like they're kind of interesting, and like, you know, I love my dark horror stuff, but again, like his books are so in pop culture that like I just feel like it's unnecessary. I don't know, does that make sense? Like, it is really long. Like, I'm never gonna read it. It's just not gonna happen. The second part of question 3 is a problematic author who you have no interest in reading. And this, I have to say Lionel Shriver, because she's transphobic. There's a list of writers who wrote to The Independent. They wrote like a letter in support of J.K. Rowling. And it's my favourite thing because like you can basically go through the list and be like, oh, okay, cross from like your TBR. It's wonderful. Like, any of those people I'm not going to read from. Most of them I didn't want to anyway. I'll see if I can find it and link it in the description, by the way. But yeah, I'm like, oh, you've just provided me with like a blacklist of my own. Thank you. But yeah, with Lionel Shriver, I'm like, We Need to Talk About Kevin is like this big thing, and I just don't have any urge to read it. I don't think the reading experience would be interesting. I feel like the only thing that would be interesting would be like finding out what happens, like with, I don't know, I think there's like some plot twists and shit. I can watch the film, even. I can look up the Wikipedia page and find out what happens. I do that a lot with horror films that I don't want to watch, but I'm interested to like see what the twist is or like where they go. I just read the Wikipedia page and then that sates my curiosity, but I don't have to watch the scary thing. Tip. Question 4 is an author you have read a couple of books from but have decided their work is not for you. This is a kind of difficult one for me because there aren't very many authors that I have read multiple books from, especially not authors that I don't like. Like, if I don't like a book that I've read by an author, I will not go and pick up their second book. There is one author though that I've read 2 of her books. I should say it's Claire Fuller is my answer for this question, because I read Our Endless Numbered Days by Claire Fuller a couple of years ago, maybe like 2017, 2016, and I liked it. I thought it was good. I enjoyed it. It's about a father and a daughter, and the daughter grows up completely isolated from society, just knowing her father, and her father tells her that the rest of the world has ended and they are the only 2 people left alive. And that's a really interesting premise. Like, that's really cool, and the book is interesting. Like, it's really good. It's not really good. It's good. I enjoyed it. But I read Bitter Orange by Claire Fuller like summer last year on audiobook, and it was just like like nothing happened. There was no tension. It was just like these 3 people in a house not doing anything. Like, it kept like hinting that there would be tension, but then there wasn't. Basically, her books are never as good as like I expect them to be. So yeah, I'm like, I'm gonna put you on the shelf, Claire Fuller. You can just, that's fine. We're not gonna go on, and that's okay. Question 5 is a genre you couldn't get into, or a genre you have no interest in whatsoever. So again, this is kind of difficult because there aren't very many genres that I like swear off completely. Like, I don't read all that much sci-fi. I don't read that many thrillers. Generally, if I don't like a book, it's because of the book, not the genre that it's from. That being said, I have 0 interest in self-help books. Like, no. Just no, piss off. It's none of your business. Like, I'm not allowing someone to come into my head, into my reading, and force me to confront all of my problems. That's just not gonna happen. No, I'm just gonna put it away. Thank you. rather than read a book about it. I don't need that. Self-help as a genre doesn't interest me, and the kind of way that it's written, like, it gets real, like, preachy real quick, and I'm like, no, none of that in my house, thank you. Question 6 is a book you have bought but will never read. This one hurts a little bit because I'm like, I don't know. Every book I buy, I intend on reading, obviously. However, I have 2 that I think it's likely that I won't ever read them. Firstly is London's Oddities by Vicky Wilson. This is an amazing book. I got it in like the gift shop of the John Soanes Museum in London, and it is incredibly cool. It has loads of weird shit in it. It's like, where's the bit about historically significant bollards? Where is it? Where is it? It has loads of cool stuff in it. Like, you know, here's a chapter about significant, what's the word for them? Manhole covers. Here's random benches that are cool in London. I'm like, I'm here for that. Will I ever read this back to back? No. Another one that I kind of feel the same way about is this collection of Grimm's fairy tales, which is edited and translated by Jack Zipes. This is stunning. Like, the illustrations in here are gorgeous. I love this book. It's so beautiful. But both of these, I have them because they're cool. They're cool things. They are cool things. I like them, and not because I think that I will ever sit down and read them necessarily. I would like to, but it's very likely that that won't happen. Question 7 is a series in which you have no interest in reading, or a series that you have DNF'd or abandoned without any plan to finish. So I have a really bad habit of like reading the first book in a series and then not carrying on because I don't want to buy the book instantly, or I buy the book and then I'm like, it sits on my TBR forever, and then I forget what happens in the first book, so I don't want to read it anyway. Like, I have the best of intentions with series, but like sometimes I just kind of lose my way a bit. That being said, there is one series that I know I will not finish, and that is the I can't remember what the full series is called, but it's the series by Sarah J Maas. Is it Sarah J Maas? Beginning with a Court of Thorns and Roses. Yeah, I'm sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry. I read the first one, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I was like, this is fine. I can't really remember what I thought. I think I enjoyed the reading experience. Like, it wasn't terrible, but I was like, I have no desire to continue and finish it. None at all. Question 8, the final question, is a new release which you have no interest in reading. There are a couple of releases from like the last few months that I don't care about. Ready Player 2. I haven't read the first one. I don't want to read the first one. I don't want to read Ready Player 1. I don't really want to read Ready Player 2. I hate the trend of like, you know, oh, let's do a random sequel to this really well-known, like, popular thing that no one asked for. Like, you know, I mean, Suzanne Collins with A Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes is kind of different, because like that was an interesting idea, like, for her to do like a prequel to the Hunger Games, but when it was like, it's all about Snow and how he hates women, like, we knew that, it's fine, you didn't need to tell us that. But yeah, being like, oh yeah, I published this book like 10 years ago and it was really popular, and now I'm just gonna lump a sequel on there too that no one asked for. Why do that? Yeah, I don't want to read Ready Player 1, I don't want to read Ready Player 2. There you go. Lastly, a book that literally everyone and their mum is reading right now, at least Bookstagram makes it feel like that, is The Invisible Life of Addy LaRue by V. Schwab. So this is one that I'm like kind of tempted to read, but also by putting it in this video, I am manifesting it that I'm like not interested. I'm making it real by saying it. I saw a comment on Instagram from someone, like one review, which was like, it has an interesting villain. If something has a cool villain, I'm like, I'm here for that. Especially like in musicals and theatre and stuff. If you got an interesting villain, I wanna know. And I get really like villain songs are the shit. Anyway, this is a total sidetrack. I will be making a video at some point about my favourite musical theatre villains. Very niche, but it's happening. But yeah, anyway, before I heard about that, like, the premise of the book just doesn't really, it's interesting, but I'm like, it's not interesting enough, you know? Also the fact that literally everyone's reading it again, it kind of makes me feel like I don't need to. Like, everyone else has, why should I? And I don't know if that's a kind of snobby thing. It's this kind of snobby thing, being like, I don't want to, you know, be in the hype of these books. I'm too cool for that. And also, I'm sure Victoria Schwab is absolutely fine. She doesn't need my money or my support. She's doing absolutely fine. And if I can live without her book, then she can live without me reading her book. So yeah, that is the anti-TBR tag. I'm pretty sure that was the most chaotic filming experience I've ever had in my life, and I'm very sorry, Miranda, who has to edit this. Hun, you got a big storm coming. I don't know what's going on with this energy. It's happening. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this mess, and I will see you soon. I've never waved before and I hate it. Bye!